Making his way now to the cage, Max Lombardo, boasting a 1-3 record here at heavyweight, takes on Josh Depace. What can you guys tell us about Mr. Max Lombardo?
I don't know much about Max.
Me either. I know he's a very, very tall man.
I know he's over the age of 40 years old, so he had to do the EKG to be able to pass.
That means the
respect.
He's I believe the oldest guy on the card.
He takes on Josh Depace, who, if I remember correctly, is being cornered by Devin Olin and that team down there. He works with those guys.
Okay, yes, I've heard about this gentleman because Devin coaches my kids in jiu-jitsu, and he mentioned this young man,
yes,
a newer heavyweight that was training down at Dutcher Martial Arts in Kingston. Absolutely.
Very large human being.
You know, being a little long in the tooth myself, I can't help but root for him.
Us guys over 40.
You guys keep talking about yourselves like you're ancient over here. You just
compared to some of these young guys.
Yeah.
Listen, I still train with a lot of these young guys. I still bang with them during the week. But at the point, like, I question, like, do I want to be a Dominic Cruz? Do I want to try to do both? I'm like, I really like my seat.
I'll make sure I bring the insurer next time.
I retired 13 years ago. Wow, I just made myself feel real old.
Enters Josh Depace, perhaps one of the best haircuts on the card. He goes with a mini fro. Great walkout song choice here.
That is a beautiful fro.
And now for the fans at home, they're going to notice there's no shin guards with these athletes. Starting in the main card, what Cage Wars did was they put all the advanced amateurs on the main part of the card. So these athletes are going to be able to ground and pound in the face. So a position like mount in these fights is going to be much different than what you saw leading up to this.
It's kind of exciting.
Now, what do you think the chances of us seeing another devastating knockout are?
I'm going to say highly.
Highly. We got lots of heavyweights and lots of heavy hands.
After this, I think we're done with heavyweights until we get to the title fight.
This young man's very calm. He's playing to the camera. Depace in the red corner, Lombardo in the blue corner. We're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the main card of tonight's event. Tonight's main card is brought to you by Cage Wars MMA and sponsored by County Waste and Recycling, Minijewels, UA Local Number 7 Plumbers and Sheet Fitters, Sticker Mule, Bricklayers Local Number 2 Allied Craft Workers, Shenanigans Gentlemen's Club, Ryan Clark Realty Against the Cage with Ben and Jay, as well as our friends from Mission Accomplished joining us here at Cage Side. Tonight's main card is sanctioned by the United States Muay Thai Association. Executive Director Ed Kinner in attendance this evening. The judges for tonight's main card are Mr. John Bernard, Rob Exisa, and Mike Walter. The fight doctor at Cage Side is Dr. Michael Sheridan. And ladies and gentlemen, we are streaming live around the world on Stimulus.com. Let's do this! Our first fight on the main card scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. It is in our heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in yesterday 250 pounds. He's representing the Cage Jiu-Jitsu Academy out of Cromwell, Connecticut. Big Max Lombardo. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in yesterday 247 pounds. Representing 99-1 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu out of Kingston, New York. The Juggernaut, Josh Depace. And the man in charge of the action when the door closes, Mr. Matt Goller.
So what's the name of your spite show going to be? Is it going to be like Screw
It's
You
gonna
Guys
be
with
an
Will Berry?
acronym. It's going to be an acronym, FATC.
I get it.
And
I get it.
I'm going to do like the DX, like the suck it.
Suck it.
God bless you, Will Berry.
We'll
God
have-
of your choice.
We'll have him on as a guest and be like, throw a fit and say,
We'll just
"Fuck
ignore
this."
him the whole time if you're going to start a spite show.
Here we go.
Here we
Max, Lombardo and Depace. Depace trying to back him into the cage. There's a definite height and reach advantage here. Let's see if Lombardo can use that.
And we go off to a slugfest already here.
Using that-
Nice
Nice
uppercut from
uppercut.
Lombardo.
He was using that range pretty good.
He is, but Depace is doing a nice job pressuring forward.
Yep.
Oh, that was low. Paul Felder, we need the tally mark here. My stomach hurts
My
from that
testicle ascended in sympathy.
Ouch. A little fun fact, he's got the same tattoo as me on the back of his calf.
Now, a lot of people confuse the ruling with eye pokes and groin shots. Groin shots are actually technically the only time you're in control of the time under certain rule sets of mixed martial arts. I believe he has 5 minutes here. Not going to take him.
Most people don't.
Now, if you notice, Depace already has a mouthpiece kind of hanging out of his mouth. That's never a good idea.
You see Lombardo empathetic there.
Depace looking to close that distance and land some punches. Under, over. Lombardo now says, no, we're going to pressure you into this cage.
Yep.
You know, coming from a school called Cage Jiu-Jitsu, you know, I'm assuming that he's definitely going to work that to his advantage.
I'm guessing.
Now, Depace has double unders, but he's not able to do anything with it.
No, he's too high, too. He wants to be a little bit lower. Put that shoulder right in the diaphragm, make him fight for air.
You can hear
Depace
Lombardo's
trying to
corner.
turn.
Yep.
And, you know, you bring up a good point, Ben. I mean, they're in Depace's corner. What is the corner telling Depace?
Well, you can hear Lombardo's corner clear as day. I mean, they kind of have to enunciate and be
Circle
loud
out
here
there.
if they want to be heard.
You didn't answer my question, Ben.
I'm sorry. I'll write you a formal letter. Actually, I'll tell you what. Write your assemblyman. He's right over there.
Coming up on him in. Nice knees by
Nice-
Lombardo.
nice Muay
Nice
Thai
right
plum.
knee. Nice uppercut. Good
What?
pressure. Nice plum clinch. Got to watch out for that head. Nice job by Lombardo.
Very calm. Very calm.
Showing the years of experience and training that he has over
Doing a
Mr.
good job.
Depace here.
Putting some pressure on Depace, making him wear the weight a little bit. You see the mouthpiece hanging out of Depace's mouth.
Yep.
And here's the thing with that. I accidentally wore one of those for one of my fights, and it's hard to breathe through. That's why he's doing it. It has a hole in the
that
center.
double one didn't.
It's terrible.
Horrible.
Oh, Lombardo, look at those heavy hands. He's keeping that half plumb.
Very, very composed.
You know, and it doesn't look like much for the people at home when Lombardo has his left hand on the back of Depace's neck. There's control there. He's not just resting it on there. Now let's see if Lombardo wore himself out. Coming up on the final 10 seconds here.
So you drop that shoulder, put it on diaphragm, you can actually rest yourself there.
You know, I've had super tall training partners tell me, though, sometimes it's almost harder because they're that much taller. Again, I'm not that tall.
You're a very tall man.
You know, I got to give that round 10-9 to
Yep.
Mr. Lombardo.
He looked good.
A little bit. Both guys a little bit winded.
Josh Depace telling his corners to get in here. What are you waiting for?
Sometimes that's a problem. You get guys that aren't used to corner and they don't know what to do.
So if you're in Josh Depace's corner, what kind of advice are you giving him?
You gotta move. He's got to actually do something more than sitting against the cage. The thing is, the whole double overhooks. For him, he should have had a wizard on Lombardo's left side, trying to move him.
So you're saying focus on circling off the cage.
Yeah, circling on the cage.
Get off the cage.
Yeah.
Don't accept the position. So
Yeah, he would accepted it over there. All he had to do was throw a wizard, on his left side and moved, he would have ended up changing position pretty easily.
I think that's our buddy Butters from the last event in the corner over here too. Remember him?
No, Butters is from Animals.
I saw him this weekend. He's out here.
Oh, I thought you meant cornering Depace. Sorry. All right, here we go. Lombardo and Depace. Depace takes the center, tries to pressure it. Got to respect that. But again, mouthpiece hanging out. If you get clipped just right, that's a bad situation.
Yeah. Anytime you got your jaw open.
Oh, nice kick.
A nice kick.
But you know what? Lombardo was backing up more this round.
Backing up, and he could have utilized that jab, but he didn't.
I wonder how tired he is. Nice job with the knees and that plum clinch, though.
Yep.
If I'm Depace, I'm fighting the plum clinch. I'm going to defend the knees.
You see he's trying to keep his arms low to block knees here in the clinch.
But you got to get the hands off your neck, because otherwise you're not going to get away.
Yeah, you're not getting away.
I'm wondering if there's anxiety there from that groin shot. He doesn't want to take another one, so maybe that's why he's doing that.
He's got the double underhook again, which basically keeps him on top of him.
There you
Well,
go.
now
Nice
he
shot.
did. There you go.
Did he hear you guys?
He might have.
Lombardo
probably
did a nice
not.
job being aware, though. But again, he doesn't have a great position with the arm up over Depace's head.
No, not at all. If Depace could actually sneak out that back door, but
Depace better
just
watch
got to
that
shrug
knee,
it
though.
off.
Bring him to the upper thigh here with those knees for Depace.
See, if Depace pops that left arm up, you can actually turn him.
There we go.
Yeah, punch your way out.
Yep.
Oh, looked like almost. Now, if Lombardo hits him with another knee, is that a point?
I mean, it depends, in my opinion, on if it really changes the complexion of the fight. But then again, unprofessional, untrained over here, so I couldn't really tell you.
They're both doing a good job trying to knee to soften up the legs, but again, as Jay mentioned, the focus should be getting off the cage for Depace.
Yeah, because he's just losing the round and staying in the same position. Lombardo's doing a little bit more work. He's grinding, throwing the plum in there, throwing some knees.
And Lombardo definitely won the first round. So again, if we're looking at the judges.
Is it a comfort thing or is it an inability to get out of this situation? What do you think is going on with Mr. Depace right here?
In my opinion, there's a lot of schools that do not utilize cage work at all. So when they do get against the cage, they really don't know how to utilize where they are.
Well, and a lot of schools don't have cages to utilize.
Or even
we'll use
like
walls,
wall and stuff.
Even walls aren't the same because there's not that give. When you have a cage that gives, you got to, Matt Secor worked with me a long time ago on positioning your butt on the cage, chest off of the cage, forward, having a good center, a good base. When you're on a wall, it's a different feel.
And a lot of it, like getting used to that cage chewing up your back too.
Depace is trying to pound his way out to the body here.
Lombardo, utilizing
that
that whizzer.
That whizzer underhook. He's digging,
Depace
10
fighting for an
seconds
underhook.
left. Looks like it's going to go 2-0 for Lombardo here, guys.
Yep.
Big, deep breath from Max Lombardo as he heads back to the corner here, folks.
Definite frustration in the face of Josh Depace right now. Again, we talk about a puzzle. Can these athletes figure out their opponent's puzzle in time?
Saw that fight IQ, putting it in, and then the next round coming out and utilizing something you learned.
Look at this crowd. They are fired up right now.
The Electric City is exactly
and it
that
is a sold-out crowd, so if you see seats, it's because somebody's going to the bathroom or somebody's getting a drink.
I don't know who's going to the bathroom during a fight here.
Or they're buying merch.
Or they're buying merch. Josh Depace having a conversation with his corner. He's not hurt. He doesn't look overly tired. He just looks frustrated.
Yeah, he's just basically getting worn down and not being able to use
Now,
it.
we've asked what you would do if you were the person who had to come back. If you're in Lombardo's corner, do you tell him to go out and finish this, or do you tell him to win the round?
I'd say go out and finish it.
I want to give you guys a quick update that I got from Ed Kinner on Mr. Mark Moses. He has been to the emergency room. Everything is fine. Everything is okay.
Good.
Full
That's great
recovery
to hear.
for Mark
we
Moses.
look forward to seeing Mark Moses again. Again, much respect to him for competing after what he went through.
Definitely a gamer.
Almost dying of COVID and still making the date. That is a man of his word. If I've ever seen one here.
Right in front of us
Right in
here,
front
guys,
of us.
the big boys.
Watch out for our monitor. It might get tipped over in the process.
Now, if you notice, Depace is hitting the body, but Lombardo's keeping the pressure, right? So He's trying to tire him out, make him wear that weight.
Yep.
Pick his punches. He's looking for that underhook.
Doing a very good job.
He's
got one under, one over here.
Depace tries to use the right shoulder to create some separation, but it was unsuccessful.
Yep. That underhook basically takes that whole...
I'm praying that neither one of these guys had Chipotle last night with where they're positioned with how I'm sitting right here.
Lombardo getting ready for a trip.
Nice knees to soften up the legs.
Max Lombardo here just pounding away in the clinch, taking some shots from Depace.
Yeah, I would say that Lombardo definitely has more advantage and experience clinching.
Oh, the shots to the leg.
Nice thigh punch. Utilizing that underhook again.
Depace going to turn him.
Control him again.
But again, great awareness by Lombardo,
Yep.
realizing and feeling it. Nice knee! Oh, right in front of our face. You know, Lombardo doing a nice job, knee into the thigh, knee into the belly, controlling the head.
Breaking him down.
The nice thing is, too, he's so aware, he's not even close to putting his hands in the cage.
No, and Max looks really calm here, too. Obviously, this appears to be his bread and butter in this situation.
Yep.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's not even a worry of his finger getting caught because he knows exactly where he is and what he's doing right now. Depace
Depace just being defensive.
But he's trying.
He's trying.
He's trying.
Oh,
nice knee. Oh, nice
that
plump.
hurt him.
Oh, this plump clinch.
You could see him wince in
he's
pain from my angle here.
Boy, this plump clinch gets me excited for Muay Thai class tomorrow.
Potentially a fight-ending sequence there on our hands just a moment ago.
1 minute left, guys. Round 3, the final round. Can Depace take this fight, or is it going to be Lombardo's?
I think that's the most I've seen somebody utilize the Muay Thai clinch in a very long time.
Agreed. And transition with it into other things.
Move him where he wants to go.
And the half plump.
People don't realize that half plump, that's all you need half the time.
Oh, my God.
That half plump and
knees.
underhook is my favorite position.
Put it right in the clavicle.
Yep. Lombardo knows he's in control here. Less than 30 seconds to go, folks.
Pace is going to try. He's got to try to create some
knee,
space.
Nice knee. Lombardo keeping that control, keeping delivering the punishment.
This has just been the clinch work clinic here,
Matt
in my
Grau getting
opinion.
a nice
Another nice
eye
clinch.
on the action here.
Ah, clinch and knees make me so happy. And that's it, guys.
That's a wrap.
Mutual respect.
Yeah, that was some nice utilization of the Muay Thai clinch for sure.
Like I said, I feel like that is a clinic of sorts that Mr. Lombardo is able to put on here, gentlemen. Slamming that water. Definitely a very tiring fight for him. So you look at how this fight all played out here, mostly against the fence. What do you think is next for the winner of this fight? Do we see them potentially challenge in a setup fight for maybe a title shot next? Because we have kind of a thinned-down heavyweight division right now.
I mean, Max Lombardo, it's his first Cage Wars fight. He's now 2-3. Record is not everything, but I think before you line him up for a title, you've got to give him another game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Give him one more fight, winner of that gets a title shot type of deal.
Yeah, but again,
if it's decisive, if it's dominating, and if he does what he does tonight, maybe.
it's again, the heavyweight division is so thin, it's hard to match people up, but he definitely put on a nice little Muay Thai clinic for change.
Made me so happy inside. I got like the warm, fuzzy feeling.
Right?
We'll bring it up to our ring announcer, Mike Fowler.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for these two fighters after 3 great rounds of mixed martial arts. And now after three rounds of mixed martial arts action, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges scored the fight 30-27. For your winner by unanimous decision, Max Lombardo.